Hello and welcome to BOI Weekly. I'm Kayode Alayande. Toilet papers and serviettes have become an essential part of our lives, and we use them several times a day for different purposes. What's more, they have become even more sought after in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, with demands for the product spiking in parts of Europe and America and even in Africa. But have you ever wondered how tissue papers come about? Well, on this edition, you'll see the process through which waste papers are converted into what is known as jumbo reels, and then further broken down to usable forms like toilet papers, facial tissues, and serviettes, just to name a few. The Bank of Industry's intervention in the sector crosses regional barriers, and today we would be visiting two companies in the tissue paper production value chain. The first, Macdon Industries Limited, located in Onitsha, Anambra State, operates in the large enterprises cadre, while the other, Bremax Tissue Limited, Abuja, is a small family business in the SME division. As a result of BOI's support, both companies have been able to expand their capacities, providing hundreds of direct and indirect employment at their respective levels. Stay close for details. Sanitary wares like toilet papers and serviettes are essential at homes, schools, parties, offices, and hospitals. Little wonder they're in such a high demand. Paper recycling is the process of turning waste paper into new paper products, most of which are sanitary in nature. The conversion of waste paper to jumbo reels involves three categories of raw materials. These are mill broke, pre-consumer, and post-consumer wastes. Even though jumbo reel production remains a very cost-intensive enterprise because of the highly technical and mechanical infrastructure required, the business promises huge returns and the raw materials can be sourced locally. The huge cost of machinery and operation is not enough reason to deter the managing director, Macdon Industries Limited, who knows the Bank of Industry can and will provide the required funding. BOI supported him to acquire a massive jumbo reel production machine and much more. The Bank of Industry's intervention at Macdon Industries Limited has been sustained over the years, holding them by the hand through the thick and thin.
Macdon Industries Nigeria Limited is into paper recycling. We recycle paper to tissue. And also into conversion, because we said we provide raw materials to toilet tissue industries. We provide raw materials. We recycle in a big room. Then the people that is producing the toilet tissue will come and buy and start cutting it in their own sizes and put their own label.
Tell me about your engagement with the Bank of Industry. Was it a rough encounter? Was it
No, they're very smooth. The encounter is very, very smooth. The encounter with BOI is very, very smooth.
Eventually, you got the fund from the Bank of Industry. Tell me the purpose of that fund. How was it deployed?
The purpose of the fund is to buy the machineries. As I was saying before, I said the time we were doing the proposal, we didn't put the installation as something that it would be hard. The money they gave to us is to buy the machineries, which we brought into Nigeria. And in bringing the machineries in Nigeria, we also find out that because of the location of the place, the water that's needed in this factory, the water that will be moving out from the factory will be excess that we think we will let the masses outside. We now started looking at how do we now reduce the quantity of water that will go out from the factory. Then as Chinese said, they have equipments. That one is another special factory, you will see it. Where water will be recycled. Instead of all the water you are using going out as waste, you now recycle the water. The water will now come back, you use it again, until the water now started being so much dirty before you flush it out. So we now went back to BOI and tell them this is what. They will say there's nothing we can do. We have to procure the machines, because if we start removing all the water we are getting from this factory, we may have problem with the public. We now process the documents to import the equipments for water recycling. Because assuming that we just start the factory like that, at the end of the day, some people outside will go to court, close the factory, because the water that is coming out from your factory is destroying even the farmland. So we have to get the what is called water recycling. You recycle water to become the new one before you use it again.
This machine that the Bank of Industry assisted you to acquire, what does it do? What's the capacity?
The capacity of the machine they gave to us is 10 tons. 10 tons capacity for a day. But this company provided 5 tons. 5 tons is from personal money of the company, making a total of 15 tons. But the BOI gave us money for 10 tons. We recycle paper to tissue. Our job is to provide raw materials to toilet industries, toilet rolls industries.
Tell me about the size of your customer base because of this capacity.
But my customer base, if we are producing up to 100 tons of jumbo in this factory, we have all these eastern areas. This is the only place they are buying it now, the whole eastern state. Even people from Abuja is coming here to buy, because you can only get it in Lagos. Most tissue that we are producing is being used by these eastern areas. East, south, and everybody, all the customers are here. The people that is buying, instead of going to Lagos, they now branch here. So even if we are producing up to 100 tons in a day, it's not even okay to satisfy our customers.
What's your current production capacity?
It's 15 tons per day.
Give me a sense of how that recycler works and how many people operates that machine from end to end.
The operation of the machines, at least, we have about what is called 3 lines. We have 3 lines of 5 tons each. We have paper recycling area. At least in the 5 tons, at least we will get up to at least 10 people that will be operating in each shift, because we are running about 3 shifts.
So let's talk more about this fund. What's the tenure of the fund, and how are you doing with repayment? What's the structure?
So the tenure of the facilities, I think, is about 4 years. 4 years with a year monitoring. That is 5 years. And as I told you, we have some challenges when we're trying to start. At the end of the day, the facility was restructured. We went for the working capital. At the end of the day, working capital was provided to us, and we have started, full operation.
Even though Macdon Industries Limited is a major producer of jumbo reel and supplies the product nationwide, it's shocking to note that it has only been able to satisfy about 20% of its market. The importance of such a huge company as Macdon to the region is immeasurable. That's why a deliberate effort to keep it in business is non-negotiable. The Bank of Industry is in Anambra State to ensure that businesses here survive. The state officer, Mr. Monday Ojigada, talks to me about the general business environment in Anambra and why the bank chose to support Macdon Industries as well as other serious-minded entrepreneurs.
Anambra State office covers Anambra State as a state and Imo State. The way we are structured, we operate regional offices, when you have state offices under the regional offices. Southeast office, we have 3 offices under southeastern region. We have an office in Oka here, which covers Anambra and Imo states. We have an office in Enugu that covers Enugu State and Ebonyi. So we actually have more that we can do. I think the bank can actually do more in this too. There are lots of businesses too that I think the Bank of Industry can come in and help them in terms of finances.
Is it a problem of awareness or the problem of interest?
The interest will come when the awareness is there, and the awareness is not just knowing about what the bank does. It's about educating them. When you educate them and you're able to, you know, like I said earlier, disabuse their minds of the fears that they have, of course, it will sort of instill the interest in them.
When a potential customer walks into the Bank of Industry here in Anambra State, what do you look out for? What qualities do you look out for? What sort of information or feelers do you look out for?
The first thing we do is to reach out to them. So the ones we reach out to, of course, would have seen their strengths, because we work closely with MAN here, and we work closely with chambers of commerce that we have around here. So we actually know the businesses that are good. So we reach out to them. We tell them what we can do for them to grow their businesses, you know, to get the raw materials. So that's case when I say, okay, fine, this person has some funding need.
So we are here in Anambra State to visit some of the projects that the Bank of Industry has supported. One of them is Macdon Industries Limited. They produce jumbo reel for tissue papers. Now, can you tell me about the business? What informed your support for that business?
What informed us basically is the supply gap. The demand for the products of us is very huge, but the supply then was not even there unless then you went to Lagos, to get the jumbo reel. So basically, what drove us into that company was the need for us to have one here that can actually feed the southeast and of course extend to places like Calabar, Uyo, and of course Delta State and the River State.
This machine is called the coil winder, and this is craft, and this is crafting sellotape. Then we roll it into coil, then it will form a long coil. I will now take it from here to the log winder. Then we roll it from here into the sizes we want. Here we are doing jumbo here now. We do jumbo. You can see the ones we've done from this position. We'll now take it to the coil cutter that will cut into sizes that we want. And this is one of my operators. His name is Valentine. So it's my operator is the head here that is operating the machine for us. We take it from here, from the log winder to the log cutter that will cut into the sizes you want. It cut the log into different sizes. And before I start, I measure this into the size I want. If it's 5 cm I want or 5 inches, I do it. I measure it before I start cutting. And this is jumbo log. So I cut 5.5. I measure it in 5.5, and I cut from the tray here into the bowl, then finally to the island where it be packed. That's what this machine does. This machine is cutting log cutter. I call it log cutter. It cuts the log into sizes for us.
Basically, we convert tissue to different sizes, from jumbo reel to the sizes that we use in our various homes and offices. There is a lot we do here. From the production lines, from the core conversion to log, from there to the cutter, where you have the finished product that will cut tissue that we use at home.
How did you come about producing tissue? What's your background?
Interesting. My background, right from when I finished my university, graduated from school, I have always longed to be on my own. That's why I never seek for any paid job. So I've been basically into contracting job and all the rest. So till about 2013-14, when it was not dawn on me that, look, I need to start getting something that has to do with production. As if, again, I knew that recession was around the corner. So I started making up plans towards what I should go into in terms of production. So at about 2014, I went out on the survey of FCT and the rest, and I was able to get the need to go into tissue proper.
So what really informed the decision to zero down to producing tissue paper?
Yeah, but I discovered tissue being disposable, not reusable item is something that we all need. Every home, offices, even hospitals. So I discovered the higher the population, the more needs we have for tissue papers.
So who introduced you to the Bank of Industry?
I used to see the program on TV and others, but I wasn't that too keen to approach them. I thought it's one of those bank that you go to and they charge you so much and all that. So, but I said, okay, let me go give it a try. So I went through one BDSP, Business Development Service Providers, and one Mr. Lucky in charge of Institute of Management, the Development and Management Project Management. So I went through him, and he had to put all the documents together, and he took time out. That's sometime 2015, 2016. Took time out. He told me, look, relax. He's going to put it together, and as soon as he's done with the proposals, the Bank of Industry will not fault it. And true to his words, he finished it, and by January we submitted 2016, and here we are today.
Now, the Bank of Industry has hundreds of BDSPs. Those are business development service providers, and they are key to linking the Bank of Industry to potential customers who may take advantage of the funds available at the Bank of Industry. How would you describe the importance of the BDSP services?
Yeah, I must say that their importance is overwhelming, and we must be able to appreciate their professional prowess. All our items were all met, and we're good to go for the day of submission. So I must say that their service is actually of great importance. If we must be able to have access to Bank of Industry fund, this we should pass through them. No matter how professional you are as an individual, let's pass through BDSP, because they know what the Bank of Industry needs, so that the time for processing will not be wasted.
All right, so let's talk about the Bank of Industry funds that you benefited from. What's the size and what was it meant for?
Yeah, like I said, I started the project, so to speak, in 2014, and having acquired some few things as part of my preparation to getting this place established. And I went to Bank of Industry, basically for the machines. So, and I was able to access about 5.2 million from Bank of Industry to basically for the machines and part of the raw materials. But every other thing, I have to get that as my own counterpart fund or contribution to the establishment of the factory.
So tell me about the machines that you got and what you used them for.
3 machines, Bank of Industry sponsored. One, they call winder. 2, the log winder, and the 3rd one is the log cutter. The log, the core winder is the one that prepares the core. The paper craft, they call it craft paper. That is the paper you see at the middle of every tissue paper. So paper is a flat paper that winds into a core. That core is what you now transfer to the second machine that is called the log winder. So the core is placed on the machine, and the tissue that is placed, the jumbo that is placed behind, will now wind on it. As soon as you wind on it, get to the size that you want, then you transfer it to the third machine, which is the lock cutter. That cut it to different sizes.
Let's talk about the structure of your loan at the Bank of Industry.
Yeah, we have 3 years for repayment, and we have started already. And I feel before the end of 2 years, I should be able to write off. I'm only giving just for the benefit of doubt. I know it can be up to 2 years. I should be able to write off the loan.
What gives you this confidence? Is it the available market or the quality of the machinery that you now have, or the quality of your distribution channel?
Yeah, the available market is determined by the quality of the machines you have vis-a-vis the distribution channels. So put all together, see that the sky is no longer a limit, we even go beyond the sky.
Can we talk about the impact of the BOI intervention on this business, as it were?
BOI has been wonderful. I must say, even the staff, so friendly and wonderful people. Like I said, if not for BOI, the workers have engaged would have been roaming the streets. If not for BOI, I cannot say, yes, I'm now a chief executive officer of a tissue company like this. If not for BOI, other people have engaged indirectly, would have been engaged also. Like I have about 5 marketers in the field. They're not here. They're in the field. They're on salaries. And they have their dependents also. So also the workers here. So the importance is overwhelming and cannot be overemphasized, I must say. BOI is a bank to do business with.
I hope you've learned a thing or two about how tissue paper and allied products are made, and more importantly, what motivates the Bank of Industry to support these businesses. Your own business should not be an exception. Take advantage of the different products and services that the Bank of Industry is offering, especially as they apply to you. The process is really simple. You can begin with visiting BOI website at boi.ng. You can also apply for loans online. Simply download the BOI SME Loan app from the Google Play Store and follow the instructions. Feel free to tweet at me at KAY Alayande, and previous editions of the show are all available on youtube.com. All you've got to do is type BOI Weekly in the search area. And that's a wrap on the show for today. Many thanks for watching. I'm Kayode Alayande. Keep safe and bye now.